Is it possible that the Oprah Winfrey interview has in fact made the British royal family even more popular than ever? And how has that gone down with Harry and Meghan? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of Kensington. Thank you for your company today. And yes, that is your big breaking royal story coming out of London today. Now, as we know, Harry and Meghan did that tell-all interview basically saying how difficult it was with the genetic pain and all that nonsense, sat opposite Oprah, who was looking resplendent in lilac and matching eyeshadow, I might point out too, and those glasses that have never been able to place exactly where she got them. Perhaps it was in a raffle, who knows? But she did a good job of, well, remaining silent and letting the two people really dig their own grave. And perhaps they thought that this would, well, really kick back against members of the senior British monarchy. But what's interesting in a recent poll, and this will really irk, I'm sure, Meghan Markle, is that Camilla is now the 10th most popular royal. And up there, of course, are Prince William, Catherine, Charles, no sign of Andrew, but no surprise there. And of course, coming in at number 6 is the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. In my opinion, the hardest working royal, shuts up, gets on with the job, and people are pleased to see her, even if you don't want to cross her, if you get my drift. But what's really happened, not just that about the popularity stuff, is though, people are flocking back to seeing, historical royal palaces. The Buckingham Palace shop has had a record couple of months. There's no trinkets, by the way. This won't surprise you, but there's no trinkets in the royal shops at all of Harry and Meghan. And if you have a quick Swifty online and have a look, if you thought those trinkets of Harry and Meghan's wedding might have been saleable or valuable, sadly not. So even my biscuit tin has now become, well, nothing, if you like, but good for saving your bickies in. But moving forward, as I often say here on the show, yes, I think the royals will be thrilled to know that overseas, particularly, their sort of popularity has risen. And as ever, at number 1 is our gracious Majesty the Queen. I think the reason why they've become popular and why things have taken off for them is this. The bottom line is, as we know, the royals really don't complain, they don't explain all that sort of stuff. But I think the way Her Majesty has dealt with all of this onslaught at 95 years old is incredibly commendable when you think about it, because who needs all of this grief from two Windsors who really should be grateful for the free accommodation, status and roles that are bestowed upon them by Her Majesty the Queen. And I think, if you look at Prince Charles, when he becomes king, he will be a lot tougher. And one insider told me at Kensington Palace this, basically that Prince Charles didn't really see a role for Meghan and Harry, perhaps some sort of special envoy going somewhere around the world, lost in the wilderness hopefully, but he didn't see them as senior royals actively, and that's all to do with having to cut down the state money that they are given. They know they've got to cut this back, and I think perhaps Harry and Meghan felt that they were the superstars of the British royal family, when in fact what they've done, as I say, is make our British royals even more popular than ever today. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.